Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Python Freaks. So today we are going to discuss about one of the very important tool which is being used by almost every company who is having some amount of code base to maintain. Yes, as you might have already seen the title by now, we are going to discuss about Git. So without any further delay, let's start the video. So a quick pause before we actually start with the video. In this particular video, we are going to just discuss about what Git is, why is it so popular, and why exactly are we using it. So this video will give you an overview about what Git is and will help you to understand the core concept of it in a better way before you actually start using it. So this was all about what we will cover in this video. But since Git is a very important topic, so we'll also be uploading some other videos related to Git, which will help you to understand Git fully in a fully functional way. Now, what all will be there? So, I will be making 4 other videos in it. The first video will basically talk about the 4 basic commands, or which we call it as the 4 basic pillars of Git. Then in the second video, we'll actually discuss about Git in full detail. What exactly Git is, what are the various commands of Git and all those things. Then in the third video, we'll discuss about how to resolve merge issues of Git. Those who are using it or might have the chance to use it sometime, okay, will be knowing this, that merge issue is one of the most frequent issue we hit when we are using it. Now, the last but definitely not the least, we'll also talk about the various other issues and problems which we face when we are using it. And we'll not just talk about it, we'll just also see how can we resolve it. So, I have plenty of things queued up for this week. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'll request you to do it now so that you don't miss this video as in when it's uploaded. So now let's talk about what actually Git is. And before I jump into that, let me just quickly tell you who created Git and why. So Git was actually created by Linus Torvalds, just the same very person who created the Linux kernel. But the question is, where did the idea came from and why actually he created this? So as you know, Linux was an actually till current date also, Linux is an open source project and many developers around the world were contributing towards its improvement and optimization. Now, BitKeeper was the proprietary source code management tool for Linux kernel way back then in 2002. But due to some conflict within the internal team, the copyright holder of BitKeeper withdrawn its free uses of the product. And after this, Linus Torvalds wanted a distributed system that he could use like a BitKeeper. But the strange part was, none of the available tools in the market was free, which can cater all his needs. And this is when Linus Torvalds cited a necessity of a free version control system. And development of Git began on 3rd April 2005. Now, the reason, one of the other point here is, why was the name given as Git? So Linus Torvalds wanted to keep it very simple and something very easy to pronounce. So he ended up giving the name as Git. Now let's come to the core part. What actually Git is? So if we go through the Wikipedia link or even the official page of Git, you will get the common definition that Git is a free and open source distributed version control system. So what is this version control system? Okay, so version control system are the software that helps the software team to manage the changes to the source code over a period of time. Let's say you are developing some software and you are working on some bunch of files. So if you are working alone, it's simple. But let's say you are working with a group of people. Then there will be a chance or requirement where multiple people might need to update the same file or code base. Correct, right? So you need a tool which can coordinate the work among this group of people. And this is what Git does. It provides us with a mechanism to keep all the metadata of file, like who updated the file last, how many people have updated it, what all changes they have done. So this entire thing is taken care by Git. Now let's try to understand the other scenario where Git is very helpful. Let's say you are working on some code project and you have finished it. You got it approved by your manager and senior. But when you went to the client, they requested the older version. Like they said that the older version was better. So how can you revert back quickly to the same old change? Because there will be a different bunch of files and keeping track of which was updated when and what all changes were done, it's very difficult, right? So this is where Git comes into picture. It not only helps you to keep the track of those files, but also keep the different version of your code base. And reverting or switching to that particular version is very simple and easy. So you might have got a clear idea about Git, what actually it is and how does it work. But let's try to understand the same thing with one more small example or a real-time scenario. Let's say there's one file named file1.txt. And since it's a big project, so multiple people needs to work on the same file. Now, Git also provides you a mechanism where anyone can merge this file very easily, and in case of any mismatch or conflict, it will allow you to resolve or switch back to the latest one. We will be discussing this in detail in our coming video when we discuss about how to resolve this merge issue and why exactly merge issues come. So this was some of the very key thing which is taken care by Git. Let's quickly discuss in an organized way what all other things are taken care by Git. So the first one is manage project with repository. So repository is nothing but just a term used interchangeably for folders. So it helps you to keep manage all the folders and files. The second is fetch the updated copy of project, like which is the recent copy of file, since multiple people are contributing towards it. So the recent version is always required. So to take your work further and nothing breaks, you need to always have the updated copy. It helps you to take that copy in a very easy and seemingly way. Now, the next one is control and track changes. That is, which file was updated by whom and what were the changes updated. And all those details can be tracked via Git very easily. Now, it also helps you in branching and merging your work, which means there will be a different version of file. So we can control the merging as in which file needs to be uploaded and what all changes needs to be stashed or removed. Then the second one is, like the fourth one is, pull the latest version of the project to a local copy. So what this means is like since you are working on a local copy, but that particular branch which you are working on needs to be updated with the recent change. So this can be done by Git via just one command, and you can do it very easily. And all the files and whatever necessary things are updated. You don't need to explicitly mention those files. Then the next one is push the local updates to the main project. So what it means is you are working on a local copy. So once you are done with your changes, like whatever feature you were working on, it's complete. You need to update those changes to the master, right? You need to merge your changes to the master copy. So all these things can be done via just four simple commands, which we will be discussing in our coming video. So with this we have come to the end of the video, and I hope that you might have got some amount of idea about what actually Git is. So if you like this video and found that it was informative, so please subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for more videos like this. So see you all in my next video.